Welcome back. It is 6:25 on your Wednesday morning. So later this month, you can do your part to help keep Mill Creek Metro Parks beautiful. The whole idea is to clean up any trash or debris around Lake Newport that ended up there one way or another over the summer months. Kathy Vrabel-Bryan and Zach Felger are both in studio with us on the couches this morning to share all the details. Guys, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
So Kathy, I'll start with you. I mean, why is a cleanup like this so important?
Well, a cleanup like this is really important because we want to say we have this beautiful gem, Mill Creek Metro Parks, and the section that we're going to be cleaning up is in Boardman Township, and it is a place that people go to recreate and be with their families. I've always enjoyed it as a young child, and now that I'm getting to be a little bit older, I want future generations to enjoy it. We want future generations to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach, tell us about what areas in particular you're focusing on, and I mean, it's all connected though, right? So I mean, it's just because you're focusing on one area doesn't mean everything else isn't affected, right?
That's exactly it, Steve. We're really focused on the entirety of the Mill Creek watershed during this cleanup, but we are focusing towards the Lake Newport and Newport wetlands area of that section of the Mill Creek watershed.
So is it trash? Is it tree limbs that have fallen? Like what are you hoping to clean up?
Yeah, so primarily it's trash. We do see a significant amount of trash in that section, especially stemming from Shields Road down on to Lake Newport there. So that's why we're kind of integrating some kayaks into this cleanup. That way we could actually get into that section of the river where we do see a fair amount of litter. But then we are going to have teams around the shorelines, you know, working as teams, cleaning up the shoreline, making sure all the trash is actually removed from the shore, as well as in the water.
I mean, it's the kayaks are kind of a fun part too, because I mean, you can not that you're helping clean up and everything, but if you're in a kayak, it's always fun. So are the kayaks going to be available for people to use? Should they bring their own? How does that work?
Mill Creek Metro Parks has graciously donated kayaks for us to use. However, it's a limited supply, so if you have your own kayak, bring it out.
Yeah. So is it discouraging for you guys at all when you see trash or litter that people kind of leave behind, that they're not taking care of it?
Incredibly, because it affects wildlife, it affects, you know, the environment, and it's disturbing for people who are trying to have a good time with their families. If you're having a picnic, who wants a plastic bag floating past them? I don't think so.
So Zach, what would you like people to keep in mind, I guess, before, if they're having a picnic? I mean, that's a very common activity, and sometimes things happen, something blows away, but what would you want people to keep in mind about protecting the environment so that you don't need to have, you know, a couple hundred people come in and clean everything up afterwards?
Right, and you know, we kind of tie it back to the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. You know, making sure we are reducing the amount of single-use plastics we use. That way they don't end up in landfills, or even worse, in our natural resources like we have here. But really just making sure they're properly disposing of their waste, making sure it's in a proper trash receptacle, not putting it on the ground, because it does often wind up in areas like Lake Newport. So that's why we're putting together this effort.
Absolutely. And it's what, September 29th, Sunday, September 29th. Do you need to sign up beforehand?
Yes. We encourage you to call our office. I believe we have a QR code that folks can sign up through that. But call our office and get to talk to us and see. Either Zach or I will talk to you, and there are so many other opportunities to volunteer. And this particular opportunity is a partnership project, as Zach was saying, the 3 R's, with our friends at the Green Team, Mill Creek Metro Parks, and Boardman Township.
Well, it takes a community,
thank you.
right?
It does.
It takes a village.
It takes a village.
And the entire village can come on out and help out later on this month. And if you missed the QR code, don't worry. You can check out our website later on this morning. We'll get this segment posted for you. You can see it then too. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thank you
so much.
You can do your part in keeping Mill Creek Metro Parks beautiful. All right. And speaking of beautiful, it's going to be a beautiful day once again today. Meteorologist Jody White has the forecast. Good morning again.